If you're interested any at all in boosting your devotional life, stay tuned because we're going to discuss how to have an active personal devotional life even though you're busy. Let's get into it. So in my last video, I spoke about how to grow as a Christian. All right. One of the points were devotional life. Devotional life is important because it is the breath of your Christianity. It is your communication with your Creator, the one that you worship, that you claim to follow. Christians are followers of Christ. Fine. So the first one is stop letting people make you think that your devotional life is supposed to be like this or that or what their devotional life is. No. Your devotional life is between you and God. Your relationship is between you and Him. Remember, it's a personal, active, consistent devotional life. The parts that are important is you and God. Active, meaning always doing something. It's not just mundane and you recite the same prayer, you recite the same verse. No, it needs to be growing. It needs to be always maturing. And it needs to be consistent. All right. You can do your devotion. So I'm not talking about when you wake up. Like you wake up and you pray and you come out to your bed, fine. But your devotional time, the time you spend with Him, you can do this en route. You can do this when you're going to work. So if you are driving, you can listen to the Bible verse. You can say, "Hey Siri, jot down some whatever," and then you go back to listening. You can do that because a lot of people have AirPods and stuff, and they can talk to Siri or speech to text without touching their phones. So if you're driving, you can have that. If you're not driving and you're taking transportation or someone's driving you, you can read, you can journal, you can write down. Fine. So if you're en route, you can listen or you can read. Another thing you can do while you're being transported is to just speak to God in your mind. Of course, you can pray. You can really think about a verse and meditate, right? So the first thing is you're busy, moving from point A to point B. That can also be your devotional time. So the antiquated thing of it has to be in your home. You have to be sitting down. You can be on the train, standing up and having a devotion with God. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Back to the video. I mentioned this a while ago. Incorporate technology. You can do speech to text. So you're walking. If you can't journal at the moment, you can do speech to text and write and let those things go in your notepad. And then later you can go back over them. Next one, while you're exercising. Now, if you know me, you know I love to exercise. And I'll be there walking on the treadmill on my mini step climber. And what does that look like? I'll pray to begin. I'll play a song that will just get me in the frame of mind. I'll read a verse or let it play in my ear and I'll meditate on that verse, and then I will go through the Bible or whatever devotional I'm doing while I'm exercising. Fine. I'm not distracted at all because I'm just walking. I'm not there like lifting weights or something. It's usually when I'm doing cardio. So you can do your devotional time while you're exercising as well. It doesn't have to be, as I said, sitting down. It can be early morning when everybody's asleep, or it can be late night when everybody's asleep, like right after everybody goes to bed, because we don't want to be staying up. Of course, that will affect our health and we'll be sleep deprived. But no, it can be when everybody else is resting and you can have the time to sit down and chill and do what you need to do. Or if you're even exercising at that time, or whatever you're doing at that time, you can also incorporate your devotion. Another thing as well is, yes, that sit down time with God is important, that carved out time, but why not learn to minutely, hourly talk to Him throughout the day? One way to do that is to choose a song, and this is the song you'll be singing throughout the day. I like to choose hymns for that because hymns tend to be so much more spiritual and doctrinal as well for me. So I like to choose hymns, and this is the hymn I'll be singing throughout the day. Or I choose a verse and I go through with that verse and I keep repeating that verse throughout the day. And funny enough, I've realized that I've heard verses all the time, or I've heard songs all the time. We sing them at church, we recite them at church, the verses at church. But then when I take my time and I'm going through my day and washing my dishes and I'm doing whatever and I'm working and I have these verses that I'm going over, then I usually pick up something else because I'm going over word for word, word for word, one word at a time. And I just tend to glean other things. So that's another thing too. The song, the devotion, whatever point you got from your devotional, recite that over and over throughout the day so that you will be able to it's a way to stay connected. You'll be able to stay connected throughout the day. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you're watching this video and you have not subscribed yet, go and subscribe. Back to the video. Incorporate God in everything that you do. That's how you're going to have a devotional life that's just throughout the day as well, right? So you're washing the dishes. I feel like I've said this before. I'm washing the dishes and I'm like, wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. I'm taking a shower and I'm like, cleanse me, Lord. And then I think about the water that he has provided for me to shower and whatever I'm showering with. And I'm like, thank you for these amenities. Thank you for this, my home. Thank you for, you understand? So it's not just, oh yeah, wash me, but it's also thanksgiving for everything. And these are just some ways you can have an active, consistent devotional life, even though you're busy. It's really incorporating God in all that you do, not thinking that the way how my mother and father did this is the way I have to do it. However, you're going to keep the solemnity of it because it's God, your creator. We're talking about, hello, fine. However, we're going to be able to get with the times, still be busy, but still definitely put God first. All right. If you haven't watched my video yet on how to grow as a Christian, I'd implore you to go over there. Here it is. See you at my next video.